Iran's Foreign Minister Javad Zarif has captured much of the attention at the deal-making in Switzerland. But similar negotiations have been underway involving the United Nations. Less talked about, but no less significant for Iran.
The sanctions that are really hurting them are the European and American sanctions, which are much tougher. They have really decimated the economy. But the Iranian leadership views the UN sanctions as degrading, and so it's about image, and they feel that the UN sanctions are the ones that image-wise matter more, even though the Euro-American sanctions are much tougher economically.
There are 8 separate UN resolutions against Iran, some of them banning uranium enrichment. A new UN Security Council resolution would be needed to overturn those. But that is being vehemently opposed by some US Republican lawmakers. They've accused John Kerry and the Obama administration of trying to bypass Congress with a UN agreement, a reaction that surprised sanctions experts.
It's always been known to people in the negotiations, and frankly to people I've briefed on Capitol Hill, that the UN would have to be involved. In fact, it's been clear from day one that if there were to be a deal that changes Iran's international operating environment, the way in which it can do business, it would have to involve changes to UN sanctions.
But any UN sanctions changes don't have to be mirrored by individual countries.
The U.S. wouldn't be legally obligated to follow suit, and there's certainly not a link, a strong link between what the UN decides and what the U.S. Will do. And the U.S. has always repeated that for many decades now, that U.S. national security is not contingent on a vote at the UN.
As Lausanne winds down, behind-the-scenes deal-making will intensify in New York, where Western diplomats will work on a new and binding resolution.